Welcome to the Informed and Oblivious podcast, episode 43. I am sick of the world, Phil, and this is Sleepy Raven.
Yeah, I'm sleepy today, yeah.
Yeah, I think I may have used Sleepy for you before. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's possible. But I'm going on like 30 hours right now. Aside from like my hour and a half nap earlier.
Oh, stayed up?
Yeah.
Nice, fun.
I'm gonna crash and get up in the morning and go.
Has delirium kicked in yet?
No, I'm okay.
Are you delirious? No?
Just tired.
I'm tired of everything.
You always are tired of everything.
I know, but like I just like bleh. And the fridge taking a shit. Not adding to that.
Right, yeah.
Fuck,
Hit a final straw there.
Yeah, dude, like what the fuck? Like dude, can we not make anything that lasts more than a year and a half now? Like it's such bullshit, dude. And again,
anything made prior to the 80s is still fucking running today. Anything made after that, fucking 3 years.
Dude, the water heater in the basement is literally older than I am.
Uh-huh.
But the fucking fridge didn't last years and has less parts.
Crazy.
There's nothing complicated in that because we know from taking it apart the last time. There's not even a fucking control board.
Yeah.
So like...
It's just the timer switch.
How the fuck does that break?
I don't know. Is it the timer switch that's fucking up? Is that just a faulty piece, or is someone in the fridge like fucking with it somehow?
Like maybe that brand of timers that they make is just defective, and like maybe they haven't fixed the problem. So like all the timers that they put out now break after a while, or maybe they design them to break. Who the fuck knows? But I will not be getting another Frigidaire fridge. Fuck those guys.
You can go with next time.
I don't know. I was looking at G or Whirlpool because the problem is how tiny the space is here. You can't get a big fridge in. Like, I would like to get a slightly fancier fridge that would last longer, but then remember there was a ton of people having problems with their like new Samsung fridges and whatnot too. Where it's like the same thing. It was like messing up hard, and like look, it's like wet, and again, sign of the defrost circuit like messing up. So maybe there's just some issue with those timers.
Maybe.
Because even in a nicer fridge, it's still going to be one of those mechanical timers. It's not going to be run off of a control board.
Oh, they just don't do that anymore?
No, why would they? Like, why would they ever?
I guess, yeah.
Like, the control board would be the newer way. Those defrost timers has been, like, the tried and true method.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, how do you fuck up, like, a timer circuit?
I don't know.
And it's not... It's clearly the timer itself. Again... It didn't like kick itself back on, so like it.
Yeah, if you manually adjust it, it kicks, right? So.
Yeah, but I think it's the part of the circuit that realizes if the temperature's been made or not on the defrost, because it's supposed to, after it reaches a certain temperature, break that circuit back open anyway, so that it doesn't like continue to fight cooling the coil while heating the coil.
Well. Get the next one and hope that lasts long enough to get a new fucking fridge.
Well, like I said, I'm going to get the longer warranty on it. So, like, if something happens, I'll be like, no. I got the extended warranty. You
come fix it or replace it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I got to read the terms and conditions on that, too. Because I don't want, like, it to be like, oh, well, if after this amount of time, all they do is send a service tech out and good luck. I wanted to basically say, if it breaks, you'll replace it with a new or equivalent one.
That'd be nice. Good luck getting that warranty, though.
What do you mean?
The warranties are usually not in favor of the customers.
For that long a period of time, I would hope they would be.
No, hope so.
Get the 5-year one, like, what the frick?
Hope so, but I wouldn't.
That's where you gotta hope that's still even around in 5 years. I don't know, man. It's just... How the fuck does that break?
Twice in a few months, yeah.
The fact that it broke anyway, like now I want to like look it up. Like, the fridges just experience like the defrost timer breaking a lot because I'm curious now.
I don't know. We had a hard time finding, like, we did eventually find like an instruction video. So, oh yeah, check this, but it wasn't like the first thing that came up. So it seems like it's probably not something that happens all that often. Otherwise, I would have seen a lot more complaints about that specific thing.
Air have an issue with the quality of their refrigerator defrost circuit.
Sound like you're trying to talk with a stroke.
Trying to fill the dead air because you're dead tired.
What does it say?
Huh. Based on the provided search context, Frigidaire refrigerators frequently experience defrost circuit failures that result in symptoms such as a warm refrigerator compartment, a freezing freezer, and excessive ice buildup on the evaporator coils. These issues are commonly attributed to the failure of a specific components within the defrost system, including the defrost heater, defrost thermostat, defrost timer, or the electric control board. While the defrost system is designed to run automatically, repeated failures often occur even after multiple component replacements, suggesting potential wiring harness issues or damaged wires routed through the cabinet
Oh.
that are difficult to diagnose. Some users report that technicians replace parts without proper testing, leading to unresolved problems where the refrigerator fails to enter defrost mode or ice accumulates again shortly after the repair. Common issues identified: faulty defrost heater. Yeah, but the heater was like working and everything last time. And again, when we replaced this, it worked for a while. So maybe it's the wiring harness.
Yeah. Frying the fucking
Timer
thermal
circuit.
switch. Yeah. Like you said, the thermal switch in it isn't triggering when it gets to the temperature. So that's something about that wiring harness is frying the fucking. It's a resistive switch or whatever, burning it up maybe.
And timer instead of circuit and see what it says. Here we go. It's at the first thing that AI comes up with. Yes, Frigidaire's refrigerators are notorious for defective defrost timers due to the use of cheap plastic construction that frequently seizes, jams, or fails prematurely. Failure modes. Timers often get stuck in either the cooling mode, causing the evaporator to freeze solid within 4 to 5 days, or the defrost mode, preventing the compressor and fans from running, which stops cooling entirely.
That's what happened to
Service bulletins. Many models are listed on the hot list with official service bulletins acknowledging the widespread issue, and professional technicians frequently cite these timers as the primary cause of cooling loss. Replacement frequency. Because the component is prone to rapid failure, some users report needing to replace as often as once a week.
Jesus.
With the part often costing around $12.59 on secondary markets due to its low quality. While the defrost timer is a common culprit, persistent issues after replacement may also stem from a faulty defrost thermostat, heating element, or evaporator fan motor, which should be tested with a multimeter to confirm the diagnosis. So it sounds like I should just replace it anyway. So
just gonna keep happening.
Yeah, because like if they're saying it's a frequent quality issue, it makes sense why I got that like a month and a half ago. It's already failed. So I'll slap the new one in there as a stopgap for now, and I'll shop around for a better quality fridge.
Okay.
And then once I find a fridge I like, I'm gonna search all the things online and be like, what are the common failures experienced with fridges? And it sucks because Frigidaire used to be a brand known for quality. Like everybody had a Frigidaire refrigerator.
No, everything's cheap.
I was looking at maybe I'll go the Whirlpool route. They tend to be a little bit more reliable. I don't know if I trust GE. But like, I don't trust anybody anymore, man.
Yeah.
Like even
it's all gonna be shit.
Even these freaking LED light bulbs, they're supposed to last like 13 years, burn out in a year and a half.
Pop, yeah.
And you're like, the fuck? They're like, oh well, it's the old frequency in your house. The old frequency in my house? What do you mean?
Yeah, when the LED lights pop on this shit too, like the incandescent ones when they just go out. The LED ones when they go, they actually pop. It's startling.
Or worse, that little control board gets red hot. It's like it's shorting out. I'm surprised there hasn't been house fires from that crap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one in the kitchen fucking smoked. The one day, turn the thing on, and I actually saw smoke coming out of the socket. Jesus Christ!
Thanks for reminding me. That's something I got to replace this summer. that whole light flat fan assembly.
Everything sucks. Everything's a problem.
Yeah, again, I'll replace that stupid moron and hopefully it makes cool again for a little bit. And but again, the meat thermometer things for the freezer and fridge, definitely a good investment.
Yeah.
Putting them in the new ones too. Make sure this shit stays cool. The moment I have a problem, if I got that stupid warranty, I'll be calling them up. Be like, you come out here and fix this right now.
Get a fridge with glass doors so you can see through and look at the thermometer when you walk by.
Well, I'm sure I could get ones that like send alerts to my phone, but like, dude, I shouldn't have to worry about that.
No.
How does my snowboard last longer than my And they're about the same cost, which is the crazy part. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like a new snowboard is about the same cost as a refrigerator, and those don't break underneath me, luckily, in 2 years' time.
Yeah, mine has lasted me. I'm still riding my first.
Yeah, it's so. Well, I could have rid the first one, but I, put a nice big dent in the edge. And technically, there's nothing wrong with this one either. I just want a newer style board. It just doesn't ride the way I want it to.
Okay. Nothing wrong with switching it up.
I need something to let me be a little bit more aggressive that feels more stable, I guess.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Well, that's what we're doing in Iran right now.
BEAGGRESSIVE aggressive.
You're shaming Chuck Norris right now.
Rest in peace, Chuck.
He died after we just did the last podcast, right?
Yeah, it was earlier this week.
This week?
Yeah,
it was the last.
No, it was this week.
Can't remember, dude.
I'm fairly certain it was this week. Pretty sure. March 20th. Yeah.
This week?
Yeah. This is the 26th. He died on the 20th.
Last week.
Last week. Yeah, okay. I was like less than 7 days. So
yeah, I can't remember if we talked about it in the last episode or not. This is why I don't want to go too hard into it again.
We did not talk about it last episode. Yeah. It was within a calendar week, but not the Sunday the Sunday week.
Okay, I was very confused.
86, right? Chuck Norris?
Nobody 86 is Chuck Norris.
Yeah, at age 86. The man, the myth, the legend.
I just have his rematch with Bruce Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was fun. Did you see the world's first cornhole champion quad amputee shot and killed a guy, and everybody's like, "How did he shoot that gun?" And then a video came out of him loading and shooting the gun. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "How the hell did he do that?" The best bit is he did it. And then he asked the people in the car with him to try to apply the body. And then he drove off. What the hell, man?
Wild.
I don't.
That was on absolutely nobody's bingo card for the year.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't see that one coming. That one was crazy. And then, you know what else is crazy? Before we get too far into it,
not liking and subscribing.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Especially if you made it this far in, you should just hit that subscription button. We'd appreciate it a lot. We do see the view count. We know there are people viewing for a little bit at least. And if you made it this far, you might as well like and subscribe.
Hey,
Follow.
we appreciate every minute of those views.
Yeah, hit that little notification bell. There's gonna be more interesting stuff coming this year. We got like the quadruple whammy this year of everything.
Yeah, sometimes we'll say some stupid shit. Sometimes we'll say some fun shit. Sometimes we'll say some interesting shit.
No, I'm talking about war, election, and more war. It's crazy this year. Oh yeah, and government shutdowns. We got everything this year.
War?
Yeah, war.
What is it good for?
Content apparently.
This is absolutely nothing. But no, apparently content. Yeah, you're right.
That's not true. That song can say that all it wants, but the history of war has categorically been good for at least one side.
That's true. Well, I mean, better for one side than the other, typically at least. But
No. But again, like, subscribe, bell.
catch us on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify.
That's right. Oh, we'll get back to the Tiki Takis eventually. But yeah. Well, I mean, usually war benefited at least one party, or we wouldn't continue to do it.
Yeah. Is it officially war yet? Or is it still just military action?
Nobody has wars anymore. And you know why nobody has wars anymore? There's too many world alliances to outright declare war. Because you can't declare war without triggering a whole bunch of treaties that you made and like, hey, guys, we're getting the band back together. Let's go.
Okay.
But this one is...
What was that noise? War were declared.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the noise of me moving the mic stand. But this one is fun because this is the first thing that we've done that has the potential to take down the entire global economy, which is hilarious because everybody was terrified about Trump's tariffs, and now this thing might actually cause the whole collapse of the economy.
Because fucking with the oil?
Well, traditionally, wars in the Middle East have doubled the price of oil. Now, in the past, that wasn't really a problem because, well, it wasn't great, but it doubled it from $17 a barrel to like $34 a barrel in the past. This time, it could double it from $100 a barrel to $200 a barrel, and everybody will be fucked.
What was,
Well, sorry, I should say the rest of the world will be fucked.
Yeah.
Because we're doing pretty okay because we happen to have this weird little strategic military operation before all this went down. I don't know if you know, but we went in and took out the leader of the country that had like the world's largest oil reserve underneath it. I don't know if anybody saw that one before we did this. It's real weird. It's almost like they went for a strategic resource.
You think that was 4D chess? Or coincidence?
No, they 100% planned that one.
Okay.
They were like, we're getting the oil back over here, and then we're going to go take it away from here. And yeah, goodbye. Because this is also, I believe it's this year. Maybe fact check me on this one, but I believe this is the year that the treaty with Saudi Arabia, OPEC really, runs out where they would no longer have to trade oil in U.S. dollars.
OPEC?
Yeah. PEC. There you go.
OPEC treaty. Established in the 60s.
No. To trade in USD. I don't know if it's them or actually, no, it's contract with Saudi Arabia to trade oil in USD. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. 1974 petrodollar agreement expired in June 2024.
Yes. So the petrodollar ran out. And the petrodollar is what gives us global hegemony right now and allows us to put sanctions on everybody because we say you can't buy oil unless you buy it through us. And we won't facilitate that trade unless you do these things the way we want you to do them. It's how we sanctioned Iran, how we sanctioned Russia.
But we can't do that no more?
Not since that's really run out. So now we're like going over there and fucking up that whole region. And here's the thing. Even once the Strait of Hormuz is open back up, They fucking attacked oil producing facilities over there, like major ones. So that whole thing has been crippled anyway. So now with that and the time it'll take to rebuild, I think it'll make us, if you combine what we just got with Venezuela, as the largest producer of oil and natural gas in the world.
Well then.
So we will control the currency and the energy pipeline. And you know why energy is important? Because energy is what we're going to need to get the first like super intelligent AI.
Mm-hmm.
So we have controlled all three pipelines at the same time. And if people like listening think that's not the case, look at Australia. I don't know if you've been seeing the news, but Australia is fucking collapsing right now. They're running out of gas. The Philippines already ran out of gas. And Australia, for whatever reason, stopped doing its own oil production and offshored it. So now they're like at, I think over 170 of their gas stations don't have fuel right now.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, and their prices are somewhere around like $11 a gallon. They're talking about capping the amount of fuel that it can get to because, of course, when all this happened, they have videos of people going to the gas stations and just filling up fucking gas containers.
Oh, jeez.
And like people yelling at him, like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?" And, like, including like one of these viral like content creators from Australia was like, he's like, "Hey, mate, are you gonna leave some of the gas for me? Like, what are you doing? There's gonna be nothing left by the time you're done." And the guy just looks at him and just keeps filling the fucking thing up. Yeah, it's fucked. I love how that shit happens and people just like the toilet paper during COVID.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, people panic buy shit.
And here's the thing. I hope people like that realize gas goes bad.
Yeah.
You can't just store it indefinitely. So that's not like one of those things where you think, oh, yeah, I'll just have it for a rainy day. Mm-hmm. It don't work like that.
It,
yeah, that's why people like diesel. It lasts a hell of a lot longer.
What was the price of premium at our gas station down the street here?
I think it was $4.49 the last time I got it.
Okay, $4.59 and when I was leaving Philly today.
Yeah, a little bit more expensive over there. I know the worst time ever to have a car that takes premium fuel. Right. And to have a fridge break. Great. Costs are already up, and then I gotta replace that fridge.
Yeah, that's fuck.
Yeah, but yeah, so Trump's like, I'm negotiating with Iran, and Iran's like, we don't know who you're negotiating with. Like, it's not going down. And then on top of that, Trump's like, this is like what it's gonna take. And Iran's like, yeah, we're not going to accept any of those demands. We determine when the war ends, which I'm here for it because we're not going to accept anything that they put on their list. I read that list. They're like, yeah, you're going to have to like relinquish complete control. We're going to charge like this double tax through the Strait of Hormuz. And then you're going to have to promise that you're never going to attack us again. I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. So there's a temporary ceasefire right now. Some containers went through. Iran allegedly, because again, grain of salt, because you can't trust anything coming out of the country right now because nobody knows who the fuck's really running it. They were like, well, we're not going to attack the ships of non-hostile nations when they go through.
How do they define hostile?
Who the fuck knows? And like, do you really want to like try that? I wouldn't want to run that risk.
You're just gonna have people putting up flags of random shit.
Like, yeah. Like, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna travel through there. So that's gonna keep going on for a while. We're sending the 82nd Airborne over there, so we are 100% gonna land troops. And everybody's like, oh no, it's just for that like little oil producing island that's over there in the Strait of Hormuz by Iran. I was like, sure, that's where we're gonna stop. We're sending in the 82nd Airborne, you said, huh? And I think we already set over the 101st. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, for people that don't know,
Because we need airborne troops to defend an island. Yeah.
yeah, but not only that, but like historically, when the U.S. sends in the airborne, we're about to like go fuck some shit up. Yeah, the Marines might be the first off the boats, but the airborne's first on the ground.
Mm.
And yeah, when you start seeing the parachutes of death coming down, you're in trouble.
My dad's father-in-law, or his fiance's dad, unfortunately just passed. But at the funeral, I didn't realize that he was airborne. Like I didn't know him like all of that long. But from what I did, like I cannot picture that man having like jumped out of planes. Like, all right, fucking good on you, bro.
Well, you don't really jump all the time per se, as get dragged out by a line and
Well,
forced out the back. It all depends what like you are.
yeah. You don't make it through the training without having done it at least a few times. So
Yeah, because I think the 82nd Airborne is the Army Rangers.
I don't know.
Airborne Division.
Is it? Oh God.
Yeah, 82nd Airborne Division, All American, is the United States Army Airborne Infantry Division that specializes in parachute assault based in Fort Bragg. Yeah, we're sitting in the 82nd Airborne to go take an island, right? That makes sense.
But not to go take it, to go hold it.
The
Like,
mottos
yeah, sure.
are their mottos are all the way and death from above. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like looking at all like the
All the way
deployments.
is a Rangers thing, right?
That's what I was saying. I
Yeah.
think the 82nd Airborne is a Ranger division.
Hmm. Yeah, they're sending in Rangers to fucking just hold tight on an island, sure. No, 82nd Airborne and the Rangers are not the same. So never mind on that.
Yeah, but I think you could be airborne and an Army Ranger.
Yeah. I wonder, are all Rangers air qualified?
It says not all people in the 82nd Airborne are airborne qualified and are not required to pass Ranger School. However, all Rangers are airborne qualified.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so there could be Army Rangers in the 82nd Airborne though.
When they're Rangers, don't they? Isn't that a separate?
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. That's why I asked you.
I don't know everything with
the
military.
So. I think they're separate.
I bet you they send the Rangers into this shit because Rangers are usually like there first.
Quite possibly.
But yeah, I don't think this war with Iran's gonna end before the midterms. and well, actually, maybe it ends sooner because here's the thing. It's right now. It's a waiting game, and Iran is hoping that the rest of the world gets pissed off enough that they stop the war. But here's the thing that Iran's not thinking about: the easiest way to stop that fucking war is for the rest of the world to just take them the fuck out. Because nobody wants to smoke with us. It's not gonna happen. like, listen, if you're weighing the odds. It's like, do I beat up the little shrimpy kid or do I beat up the jock football player? We know it's going to happen if push comes to shove. Like,
or at the very least for the rest of the world to go, you know what, U.S., go ahead.
it's not even U.S. go ahead. These other countries are going to start getting desperate, and they're going to attack them themselves if the shit doesn't like settle down. Because like the thing blocking the oil right now is them. Yeah, we didn't help it, but they're shutting it down. And if you think every country in the world that relies on that oil doesn't think about that now and go, we can't let these guys be in control of this.
Yeah, it's going to cause some problems. Going to have some angry neighbors.
They already do. Like that's the thing. I think Iran is mistaken in thinking that the rest of the world's going to turn on us. It's the other way around, buddy. Trust me though, afterwards they're not going to be happy with us.
Well, yeah. They weren't happy with us before.
Yeah, I think this one's the final like nail in the coffin on that one. I think now everybody's just like, fuck these guys. But there's nothing they can really do about it. So they're like, it's kind of like that fucking guy that you just like tolerate, and you're like, oh, God damn, I hate that guy's guts, but we really need him around. So that's how we are to the rest of the world right now. They're like, what the fuck?
Not super related, but I just saw a clip from the Unsubscribed podcast with those guys. And one of them was talking about when he was in basic, they had like a guy who was like actually retarded. Like he was like pissing his bed every night and shit and was all sorts of problematic. But then they went to shoot. And he was one of like the 4 people who shot expert, and they're like, well, shit, all right.
Like, we don't know how this happened, but it's okay. We're gonna use you.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so we got that going down. Australia's collapsing. I'm here for it. That one's pretty funny. I didn't have that on the bingo card, but I'm laughing at it. Plot twist: Japan is sending us ships to help open up the Strait of Hormuz.
Really?
I mean, Japan was on our side in World War I anyway.
Okay.
People forget about that. People don't know that one. They were on our side and we snubbed them.
Yeah, I couldn't have told you where they were in World War One. I know where they were in World War II.
And because we snubbed them is what led to the World War II stuff. Because they're like, hey, we helped win that, and they're like, yeah. Go over there. And then the second one, they're like, okay, we'll show you.
They did briefly.
Yes. So
and then they got showed.
We got that going on. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about, but
what was it?
I'm starting to blank on it.
Was it war related?
War were declared. No, it's not war related. It was something else.
Was it Earl related? Was it technology related? Was it snow related?
Dude, I can't remember. My brain is so fried. No, it wasn't snow related.
Was it alien related?
No, but we might be snowboarding season. Might be golf time now.
Think so? You weren't we talking about doing one more trip north?
I was thinking about it, and now there's a shit ton of rain coming through, even for like Vermont. So I think
gonna be it.
I think the season might be done. We might sub that Vermont day for 18 holes of golf. Right. Get ready.
We got one good, a hell of a good last day at Jackdaw.
Yeah, it was fine. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
The season's ending around the time it usually ends. The thing I'm like, it's not warm enough yet to roll out the air conditioning, but it's starting to like dip those days.
And
I'm like, can we just have like a solid weather pattern?
No.
I need like a couple months of like good like energy bills, especially this year because we're about to get hammered on it.
Going from fucking like 30 degrees to 80 degrees in one goddamn day.
Yeah. Because like that's the problem. It's gonna be down in the 50s again this fucking weekend. So the heat's gonna come back on, and I'm like, I don't want to like open my window and put the air conditioning thing in it yet. I'm like, you mother. But yeah, I don't know. It's just been a struggle with the stuff I've been working on this week. And I wish AI was to the level that everybody says it is. So that I could have just exported the whole code and dumped it in and be like, tell me why this thread is messed up. why is this thing doing this? But no, instead, if I put in one section of code, they'll be like, okay, we need more context. And I'll go to add it in, and then it'll be like, that's too much context. Can't handle this no more. And it's like, oh my God, why?
Uh-huh.
Oh, please get it to the point where it can do this.
Get good.
Dude, I can't even tell you how much of a struggle it's been this week. And because the worst part is because the machine is so freaking old that I'm sitting there trying to figure out, okay, what's going on with this? We're adding these new devices and it's all messed up now. So I like narrowed it back. And the thing that's causing the problem now is part of the core program that could have been there from the previous iteration of the machine. But I don't know because we weren't using that part of the program for anything back then.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if it's always been fucked up or the new merger of the code made it fucked up. And because we've replaced other devices now, I can't roll back to the old code to be like, hey, did this work back then?
That's problematic.
So I don't know. I don't know what to do. What I might do is I might roll it all the fucking way back and then add in the new device that was added and see if that thing's even there. Not even there from back then it's totally fucked up. But if it is there from back then, that means that, or like if it was working, that something in the new code that was added and merged broke all that. Mm-hmm. But how the fuck am I supposed to know? Because the people that gave me the code don't even know how it works all together. Because half the thing that I spent this week was figuring out why I was giving safety door alarms, only to figure out that because they just gave me the code as it was. Apparently, there must be some configuration of this thing where these devices we're adding have safety doors. The ones we have right now do not. So like I had to like figure out what the fuck is going on here, get all that commented out so it ignored that. And then there was another section of the code that updates a variable, but it updates it out of sequence with the main code. So what happens is everywhere else in the code was set to be true. This thing updates it false, but updates it out of order because it was supposed to be the final check, and the way that it works in the code sequence doesn't do that. And I'm like, I don't even know why it's updating this anyway. The machine handles this. So I just commented that out, and that got rid of that problem. And then just more threads. And I'm like, I feel more like I'm supporting somebody's like cobbled together like Frankenstein electrical cabinet code than I do an actual machine manufacturer's code. I'm just like, I can't believe it. That's I'm rough. Like, how like, and nobody knows how any of it works. And I'm just like, yay.
You're going to know how it works eventually.
Yeah, I know. But meanwhile, I got my boss being like, well, how much longer is it going to take? A week? A month? Should we get headquarters involved? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I hope not a month. I don't think it should take a month.
You don't know what you don't know. Like,
that's why, again,
can't answer a negative.
Until AI gets to the point where I could put in an entire PLC program into it, I'm not going to believe that it's close to taking over anything. Everyone's like, it's getting so much smarter. I'm like,
no, it's
not. Every iteration I deal with it feels like it's dumber. And OpenAI seems like they're going to shutter their doors by the end of the year unless something drastically changes. Because I don't know if you saw, they're shutting down their video generating platform, Sora, which then Disney pulled back the money they were going to invest in them because they're like, oh, you don't make video anymore? Yeah.
We're out.
Yeah. So it looks like it's going to be a race between Claude and Grok now. I wish I could invest in X because I think Grok's going to win the race on this one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, they have like unlimited data storage and funding and data. Like that's the thing. Like was OpenAI had to build all that infrastructure. X just has
it's already
it
built in already. Yeah.
Yeah, they just have it and they're ever expanding it. That's why, like, again, I wish I could invest in them.
Is it private?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Elon bought it and then took it private.
Gotcha.
If they go public again, I'm going to buy some of that shit. I'm going to buy Tesla because it's not, like, tangentially related. It's not actually related. But we got all that stupid nonsense, and then what was the other thing? To say it, and then I forgot it. My brain
Well,
hurty
you
this
forgot it
week.
again.
Dude, my brain hurty this week.
Was it work related? Was it AI related?
No,
Was it Allen Iverson related?
might be Allen Iverson related.
Get yourself some new basketball shoes.
Yeah, I wish.
I had a pair of Iversons as a kid.
Trying to. Yeah, no, my brain hurts. There's a bunch of like cultural issues that I wanted to talk about too, but we'll talk about that next week because like I'm just not like in the mindset to do it right now.
Yeah, we're both ready to crash right now.
Yeah, I know. I keep looking at you, seeing you yawn, and I'm just like, dude, I like can't keep going. I've just been like literally been bashing my head against the wall all week. And the worst part is, it was basically like all in an effort to get me back to square one. So it looks like I did nothing all week, but I did a shit ton. It's just nobody that I'm working with understands the steps in between. So it just looks like, oh, well, it's worse, and now it's back to how it was. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand how much better that really is.
It's doing the same thing, but it's doing the same thing much better.
Yeah, and the worst part is because of the way that the machine's set up. Like, unless I make very minor code changes, you can't just like hot code it. So you got to sit there and shut the whole damn thing down.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll roll an update to have to shut down and wait for a 15-minute process, boot it back up, and just find out that it didn't work, and have to do it all over again. And I was just like, what the hell?
I got called in to replace one of the network switches on one of our cabinets last night, and so I did. I'm like, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with the first one, but yeah, sure, whatever. I replaced it. There was a different model and a different type. And port one on the old one was a NAT style, but I guess they're just not using that for those. They said a regular one will work. Like, all right, and it did work, but when I initially plugged it in, they were still having the problem. The HMIs weren't connecting properly. Everything was like grayed out on it. And then I'm looking at it, and we plugged in directly to one of the other switches instead, and the HMI that we plugged in directly came on. I was like, huh. And I was looking, and I noticed that one of like the 50 fucking Ethernet cables plugged in wasn't blinking. I'm like, that's weird. Why is that one not blinking? It was one of the green ones that go out to those HMIs. And I go to like wiggle it to see like what the tag on it was, and it clicked in. The light on that came on, and then everything came on. So I put the old switch back on and fucking took off.
You wouldn't believe how often that happens. And nobody believes it. And like you try to like troubleshoot this with like people, and like they just like they don't understand. Like had an issue very similar to that, and they're like, don't you want to try troubleshooting with our automation guy? I'm like, no, we need to send somebody out there. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, because it's going to be like the exact same scenario that you just had. And I'll tell them, check all these things. They'll be like, oh, yeah, it's good. Like, no, like, check all of them physically. And then just to have it, like, go through it like a 6-week ordeal to then have somebody go out there and find out it's like that thing
shit wasn't plugged
beginning.
in. Yeah.
Just like with the device we added the other week. It's 3 weeks. Chasing my tail, and I'm like, maybe the thing is defective. They had me convinced of it by the end, but the first thing that I said was like, I need the third party config file for this. It's got to be a new one. And they're like, no, you're doing something wrong. And then like we all were convinced it was broken, and then the manufacturer comes on. Here's the file. I'm like, are you kidding me? I just.
Oh yeah. It's using the wrong version. You need this version of the file.
Dude,
that's what I fucking said.
It's scary how much of the world is operating like this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like the shoestrings of bubblegum are about to run out, and I don't know what to do about it. And it's crazy. It's crazy because you don't see like the first time I haven't seen like really talent coming up, and I know like every generation like says that and acts that way, but like, dude, bad. It's so bad. Like even like basic concepts, you're just like, dude, how'd you get it through school? Like, I don't understand. How do you not know this?
Mm.
Like, dude, even just like basic networking isn't taught anymore. And I'm like, how do you have a degree in computer science or electrical engineering and not know how networks work? Like, not full like networking engineer, but like at
Mm-hmm.
least base level of like, here's an IP,
You
here's
know
a
what it does,
subnet
yeah.
mask, here's what they do.
Mm-hmm. No, you can't have two of them be the same.
Bro, like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then like I got these same people that can't understand stuff like that. When I tell them this is like what's going on, they're like, that can't be. And I'm like, you can't even understand the concept. How can you tell me that that's not how it is? I'm
Uh-huh.
like, this is exactly how it is. That's why again, it's just like trying to and it's not tooting my own horn. I don't think I'm that smart. I think I'm a freaking idiot. But trying to explain like the programming side of the PLC stuff to people too, it's like trying to explain calculus to a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And like you're going through everything in a detailed way, and it's just like they're like, yeah, I don't understand, and I'm like, I don't know how to like.
It's like you're speaking different languages. Yeah.
The last one was trying to explain the window of looking at a sensor
Mm-hmm.
and like the debounce there, and the only way that I got them to understand it eventually is I explained it as signal gears, and I said you got to think of it like like gears turning in a cog, and like the on was like the tooth bit and the off was like the, and then they're like, oh, okay, I get it. And I'm like, oh my god, dude. And again, if I was talking to like marketing people or like people in accounting or whatnot, I would understand and I would get that they would feel. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking to other people that should understand how this equipment works, and they're just like looking at me like I got three heads. And I'm
Yeah.
like, even if you don't understand the program side, which I'm not expecting them to get that, if I'm explaining what I'm trying to do with that equipment, I would expect like some knowledge of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Or
crazy.
even just like basic troubleshooting steps, even if it's not specific. Like we have one of our engineers who just drives me fucking nuts because he doesn't use his brain. Like, how did you get through your engineering courses? Half of like the engineering course is like teaching you like how to fucking think. We'll go in and like, hey, the sensor needs to be replaced. I'm like, I'll wave my hand in front of it, like, no, clearly sensor's working, output's going on and off. PLC says output's going on and off, sensor's working. Yeah, but the error on the thing says it's a fault with that sensor. I'm like, okay, it might be related to that sensor. It's not the sensor. Well, can we replace the sensor? No, I'm not replacing the fucking sensor. It's working. What are you talking about?
And then some, well, yeah, but then sometimes when it's like a long process, they don't understand the steps of that either. And you're just like, oh my god. And like this one is not the guys I work with, but like upper people trying to like, I'm like, you don't understand. I had to correct 20 different issues to just come down to find out what the real issue is. And now I'm trying to start to try to fix the real
Mm-hmm.
issue. And they're like, I don't understand. What have you been doing? I just told you what I've been doing. Yeah, but it's still doing the same thing. And I'm like, yeah, be glad it is. Like it's just like it's adding this new code to the machine in the beginning caused the main motor in the machine not to run anymore.
Oh.
And I'm like, why? It's not related at all. Like like, and I'll try to
Mm.
remain vague on this like purposely, but like basically the things outside the machine shouldn't affect the core of the machine and what it does. And so eventually I got rid of all that stuff. So now the main motor in the machine spins again correctly when you start it. But the other
Yay.
things aren't spinning and working yet. But it looks like I just spent a whole week to get it exactly back where it was. And I'm like, no, no, no. The new program's in there. It's now working. But it's not spinning these things. And I'm like,
Comes next.
yeah, that's what I'm working on. They're like, but what have you been working on this whole week? To get to the point where I could work on that. That's what I've been working on. It just drives me nuts, dude.
Well, I'm about ready to call it.
I know, I know. This has just been a ram. This has just been a ramble. Probably be the title tonight.
Ramblin', man.
Yeah, rambling on and on. Next week will be more entertaining. You won't be sleep deprived.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully, I'll have solved a problem, or maybe not. Maybe I'll start drinking again. Every time I decide not to drink, they give me a good reason to try to start drinking again. It's just like so frustrating because the worst part is too staring at that all day. It's just like by the end of the day, you're just fried, and so like the last 2 hours is just like
It's mentally exhausting.
yeah, you're like, and they're like blah blah blah. I'm like, I know I'm at the point right now. If I keep doing this, it's gonna make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, it's like trying to solve a math problem all day long and then get no closer to the answer.
Yep.
I don't know. But anyway, if you made it this far to the end, I don't know what the hell you're still doing here. But congrats. Definitely hit that like button, especially if you made it this far. You must like something.
You must be a psychopath.
Or you must be using us to fall asleep to, which I'm cool with that too. If that's what
Yeah,
you're doing,
whatever
please
gets the view
comment
count
that
up.
and let us know that you're using us as a sleep aid. We'll start promoting it that way. Who cares?
We'll start putting some ASMR in for you.
Yeah. So, like, subscribe, share the show with everyone you know. Maybe not this week, but, the previous week was pretty good. Next week, I think, is going to be pretty good. This week we're just we're a little tired and in the doldrums. We'll be back and rearing better than ever next week. If we haven't yet again gone into Armageddon, World War III. Oh, that was the thing I wanted to. We'll talk about it next week. Talk about the fact that we're gonna go back to the moon again.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. That's.
Let me put it on your clapper for next week, so don't forget.
Yeah. So when we're hitting all this major economic crisis, we're gonna build a $32 billion moon base.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we'll talk more about that next time.
Billions and billions and billions and good night, folks.
Whoa.
What
Not good night yet. I didn't finish.
You didn't? I thought you were
like, subscribe, share it. But also,
didn't you say that already?
You could find us on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify.
And technically TikTok. And technically X.
And at some point later this year, the Tiki-Takis. When I switch into summer season, maybe I'll take over the Tiki-Takis in the X account.
Yeah, you do that.
That'll be fun. Well, I mean, you're still going to have to make the shorts and stuff for me.
Yeah.
Because the clipping tool is not really that great. But, I'll be spamming you. Be like, here, clip this, and this.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Well, you say that now until I start spamming you with a shit ton of them. You're like, what? What are you doing? But anyway, before we ramble for another 30 minutes, take it easy, folks.
Later.